I see there's a trend of a fascination of confusing information from knowledge. Knowledge is experiential. The younger generation sometimes feel that they can access information because they have internet and that is enough. They may not know some of the basic principles or the knowledge of geometry and all of that. If the level of knowledge is not more than our forefathers or at least equal, then is not progress for me. There is so much information and so much of these software and all of that, I mean, in itself is great. I mean, there is a very good use, as you can see, of the information age, there with the live knowledge tweets which people can see. It's a fantastic development to be integrated. It cannot replace the other things that we have developed as architects throughout our evolution as a profession. And I think what I try to do is I try to make architects in the studio face 4 realities during the course so that their design can be informed by their confrontation of those realities. So these are real place, real people, real materials and real scale. If you plug in some exercises for 1 week or 10 days or 3 days or whatever it is, where they engage whatever the topic is with real place, real people, real scale and real material, something that they do with that, then when they keep designing, these confrontations have the chance to inform their design. I'm worried that the design is increasingly being insular, and there's a feeling that when they go for their practical training later, they will learn. But in the internship, they're also confined to the office because they're not useful in the real life. So I would hope that our future graduates are not impotent in this world that is rapidly changing. I think architecture is the design of the synthesis between all issues. We have to think about geography, engineering, economy, humanities. We know how to put all together. I believe in architecture, I believe in design as a method to design social transitions and everything. I think more than ever we need design to steer the way the future can be more livable for all. Like Charles and Ray Eames said, our method is to think about everything. I would like to see architecture that way. For the Biennale, which is otherwise is very information packed, there's too much to see, it's not easy to see all of it easily. For that, I believe in having something experiential, which is this place, that seeing is believing. You come, be here. Those who are just breezing through get a sense of it, It's like when you visit architecture, you have to inhabit the space in the real scale with your body and have an experience of it and of the integration of all the things I spoke about, and not only have an intellectual experience. There is a very simple, direct experience of a very simple house that we are trying to offer people right now. It can be built within 4 or 5 days, engaging the community and at the same time taking advantage of modern advances in all fields. This is what we are offering to this cause. In order to correspond to Aravena's theme of battleground, my exhibition is talking about duality, and in architecture is the coming together of the material and the non-material. We are inhabiting these voids. All these voids, and this void is what we are designing. It is held by materials. So how can you say, like the chicken or the egg, you shouldn't say that one is more important than they are inseparable aspects. Like without the color, you wouldn't see the whites. So the color is not there for its own sake. It's making the white joyful. Through building knowledge and through building consciousness, you can start seeing that the duality leads to enrichment, and you must have an intellectual experience. But for the more serious researcher or the ones who want to know more about us, really, I have organized my material research on one side, table-wise, according to urban waste experiments, videos showing applications of that research, ferrocement research, work we're doing between architecture and engineering and all of that, the engineering of new materials, there's a whole table dedicated to pigments with cement or clay. So they are organized through the 25 years of work I've done. On the other hand, on the right hand side, we have all the projects. When Alejandro Aravena invited me, if you see the catalog, you can take a shot of my hand sketch that I gave him and the text. I gave him a sketch of a tree where there are fruits, and then the same tree which we don't see under the ground where you see the roots. So what I'm saying, basically through this installation is that if you work on the roots, it's bound to give you fruits. But if you only talk about the fruit and you pluck the fruit, you know, in 1 or 2 days, either you've eaten it or it's gone or whatever, but it won't save the tree, you know. But if the tree, if you worked on the roots, you cut the tree again, the storm will come and go. There will be new leaves, fruits are guaranteed. So I wanted to touch upon the fruits, and because a lot of things are written about our work, I want to show the roots which people don't see normally. So I took a lot of effort together with our whole team. They are all here, the people from India and the Madrid office, everyone's here. We're all together celebrating our 25th year, sharing our complete archives with everybody. We put it together for all to take what they find relevant.